All right, last piece, we are going to talk about the workout. So first thing for the workout, we will need a clock up here. So if you go under the timer tab, you should see two clocks available. And with this clock, we have a little bit of functionality, so we can use a stopwatch, Tabata timer. So both can be quite useful. In this case, we're doing a 10-minute AMRAP. So we'd go countdown, change this to 10 minutes, and then simply hit start, and it would have a 10-second countdown. So typically we'd use the one between the garage doors, but for the sake of this on-ramp, it's usually best just to use this timer here. All right, I'm going to hand the mic over to Emily, and she's going to talk about the workout.
Yeah, so the first thing that I like to kind of go over is what AMRAP means, because a lot of the time this is their first exposure to any kind of conditioning workout in this style. So sometimes I'll write it on the whiteboard and kind of describe it in that way. You can also just take them to the screen and kind of show them. So AMRAP stands for as many rounds as possible or as many reps as possible. The number that's associated with it is always going to be the time. So this is a 10-minute AMRAP. There'll be a list of work, and you're doing as many rounds and reps of that work inside the time as you can. That's as simple as the explanation needs to be. Then we'll get into the description. We've got a 15/12 calorie bike, 15 for the men, 12 for the ladies. That's also subject to change. If you notice kind of maybe they struggle on the bike a little bit, you can always reduce that number. Then we have 8 wall balls. Wall balls can be whatever weight you kind of deem most comfortable for them, same as the height on the wall. You can kind of help them choose a target. And then 4 snatches. Typically, when I'm doing on-ramps, the snatches tend to be just empty barbell, unless they really kind of accelerated with the performance of it. You can put some weight on, but usually just an empty barbell is more than enough. Sometimes it's also like a hang power snatch. That's kind of for you as a coach to determine as you kind of watch the move, kind of assess what you think would be best for them. So it's very much adjustable. The workout's very adjustable in that way. Having the room kind of staged as well will help. You can get them to help you stage it. I've got their bike ready at their seat height. I've got the barbell. Barbell is out of the way of the hood here. Especially if you've got a tall athlete with plates on the bar, just make sure that when they have it up overhead, it's not going to hit the ceiling because it is kind of low. And then we've got the wall ball out by the wall ball target as well. So once everything is set up and they understand the workout, you can give them a little talk about some strategy. Now, strategy for this, again, because this is likely the first time they've ever done a workout in this style, you want to let them know what they should expect. So you're probably looking at like 3 to 5 rounds of this, depending on how fast they go. Let them know that they're going to feel awesome in round 1. They're going to feel fresh. They're going to be excited. They're going to be going hard on that bike. They're going hard on the wall balls. Round 2 is going to get a lot harder. Round 3 is going to get even harder than that. So try to just let them know that. They might take it, they might not. So I've had a lot of people kind of understand that, but then still go really hard in round 1, and then by round 3 they're kind of suffering. So that's not a bad thing. It's just for them to kind of get to learn their body and to know what to expect in the future. But you can definitely let them know that we want to aim for like even split times, like kind of the same amount of time for each round if possible. That's always the goal. But this is kind of an experiment for them. They're going to be feeling that 10 minutes is taking a long time, which it will. You can tell them that too. That 10 minutes is longer than they think it is, and they might be suffering a little bit towards the end. But it's a learning experience really. Then once they're finished the workout, you can let them know how we would typically score an AMRAP, which is your rounds and your reps. So you can help them keep track, like on the whiteboard as they go through, how many rounds and how many reps they got done, so that they would be able to record their score if they were in class. And yeah, once they're finished that, hopefully there's like 2 to 5 minutes left in the session, so they can like cool down. You can put them in a stretch, and then you can book in their next session while they're kind of chilling out, and then there should be enough time for you to transition to your next session. So yeah, anything to add there, Sam?
Yeah, one thing I might add is it's also a really good opportunity to build some autonomy with them. So for example, one thing I like to have them do is start their own bike. So it's something as simple as having them hit the green start button so that when they get into class, it's a smoother transition. Other things for the wall balls, getting them comfortable with catching it and setting it down. I may even talk about instances when we would be able to drop the bar. So if it has a 25-pound plate on it or heavier, and instances where we wouldn't drop it. So 10s, 15s, or 5s, or empty bar. So just starting to build some autonomy and some education on some other rules. It's a good opportunity.